Itam sa AP World. I'm playing as Luca. I can't right now.
At first glance, you may think Germany is an insignificant country in the eyes of our history. But you could not be more wrong. Look at you in the blue chair, sucking stupid juice. Our story begins in Wittenberg, Germany, where Martin Luther, a devout Catholic monk and theology professor, is upset by the Catholic Church's ways.
Sister, don't you hear? They're forgiving us for our sins. Just one golden. Isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful? Nay, this is an atrocity. I've been a Christian woman my whole life and I've never heard of such a policy.
But sister, they're forgiving us for our sins. What's so wrong about that?
Wrong. Everything is wrong. Can't you see they're robbing you blind?
Sister. You are a heretic. My father told me people like you. People who dare defy the words of God, the scriptures of God.
No.
Guys!
Why, I never.
A heretic, you say? The church will hear about this. Off with you!
Luther's movements later sparked the Protestant Reformation, a key moment in Catholic and religious history, one that helped grant Germany a sense of identity and culture.
The church is deceiving you all! They're using you all for your money! Nowhere in the Bible does God permit the sale of indulgences. They're using your money to build a new church, not to forgive your sin. Halt, you heretic!
After the Protestant Reformation, which justified the former glories of Christianity, Germany retained a strong military presence. And while education prospered, everything was great for Germany until a global war broke out. One of them, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, on a public relations trip with aspirations of a reform efforts. Franz Ferdinand waved countless bystanders and supporters. Until shots ring in Ferdinand's direction. Ferdinand is struck in the neck, and the killer remains unidentified. Bystanders flee the site in sheer horror and nervousness. Franz Ferdinand, dead, unsuspecting that it would be the start to one of the first global conflicts. Meet Kaiser Wilhelm II, the Emperor of Germany and the King of Prussia.
Mein Vrak in mijn elvit, en niemand liet I kri, I get, olet elviken.
Ich lava, mein do.
Mein do, mein Engel, mein Schmied, mein Mist, ich las Kirst, es las Guligen, es Gerst.
Ich war, mein do.
Wein ist, wein last, wein nicht, Kirst, wein wisst, wein ist, in mas worst, mas vast.
War ich meiste Girls, war.
Is van mir Schrein, ist mein Eis aus Eimen.
William Keist, und meinst, mans Gast, in Sinn, was ist Kirst, es las, wascht, wüsst, mein siehst, schost, wast, uns kast, shall sie.
The Battle of Messines-Argonne, September 1918, the final blow before the signing in Paris. This battle marks a brutal German loss. However, it was not their final stand. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles, June 28, 1919. U.S. President Woodrow Wilson enters the Hall of Mirrors in the Palace of Versailles. Friedrich Eber and his officials follow. The historic document was signed by delegates from 32 different countries, including Germany, Britain, and France. It formally ended the state of war between them and the Allied powers. Eber wouldn't know it yet, but Germany would be one of the nations most significantly affected on a negative scale following the First World War, both socially and economically. Now, at the start of the 1930s, a new power arises. A young Austrian boy, born presumably in Austria.
Papa, look, it's me and my family. It's Papa, Mama, mich, ich und das Wisch.
Es ist Mist! Es ist Mist! Imperativ!
Was, ich will heißen.
Das ist mir egal. Du sollst ihm auf jetzt dich ausnehmen.
He would grow up to be Germany's ruthless dictator known around the world as Adolf Hitler.
What is this? Is this a joke?
Ich will das Geimen ausgewägen. Ich will nach Geimen, ich mickern, es kann eigen. Ich will das Geigen essen. Was Geigen ist Mist, das Geigen. Ich kann eigen, ich wett, ich kann igen, ich stell. As big bag biggin, das Geigen.
Hitler's charisma and leadership allowed him to amass a following of a few thousand. All rallied under one singular goal: restoring glory to Germany.
Wanneer is de strijd? 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 Nein! Scheiße!
Was kann eigen? Nein! Eiskin! Eis! Ich gebe Eis!
Eis!
Hitler's failed revolution became known as the Beer Hall Incident. Despite its lack of success, it demonstrated one thing: Hitler's influence on the people knew no bounds.
Adolf Hitler. Mein Vater starb und mein Mittel ging noch rein. Ich gerät ein Leiter und ich meinen Großgatten und ein Licht und muss ein. Und das Leiden so gleich an, ich kann ein Begann. Man geht und ich bin Frieden Dienst. Wir haben verloren. Das Eigen ist die Ende. Ich wusste, das war eine Ufer, Grauberen und Wurden. Ich will gehen. Lass sie weg. Lass sie weg, Heife.
Mein Heimen, Alter! Mein Heimen hated me again. Heimen.
What once began as a small movement grew into something spanning across the nation. Millions of people united under Hitler's ideals, all in the name of Germany. Hitler's plans had worked perfectly so far. His attacks on Poland, Slovakia, and Belgium were unchallenged, and despite his blitzkrieg on England being thwarted, Hitler remained an unstoppable force.
Als will! Als was Polen, Deutschland! Hey!
Ich will! Als Ivan! Als er will!
The first hiccup for the Allies arose from a single mistake, one that would soon cost the Axis everything.
Was? Dummkopf! Imbecile! Ist wegen eigen! Als wegen Uskin! Ist eigen!
軽い押し合いそうまあ終わるかがれこう行くしは軽い押しは言いますあ煙は主意味はそうそうこれ後にはおすはプルハブルこや
Als eigen ist eigen!
Hitler's desires for European conquests also came at an unfortunate expense. He formed a final solution, a systematic plan to physically exterminate every Jewish person from Europe, blaming them for the previous defeat in World War I. Local collaborators rounded up Jews, Romani people, and political officials, ultimately to be used in mass shootings. Hitler turned to forced immigration, then ghettoization, and finally mass murder, all parts of his previously aforementioned final solution.
Mein Weg! Juice?
Nein.
Schnitzel! 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 Hey! Hey! Hyman! 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 Hey! Es meat! Catch moons eens wat! Catch moons eens wat! Moons eens wat! Goed! Wat! Goed! Ei! Ei! It's good!
In just mass shooting operations alone, during the Holocaust, 2 million Jews were murdered.
Als we again! Als we again!
Russia, autumn 1941, conceiving of Barbarossa's invasion. February 1943, the Battle of Stalingrad.
Ну как ваш є? Зенедіти. А хорошо. А чо на те вері?
The most elite.
Considered one of the bloodiest battles on World War II's Eastern Front and in all of human history, claimed 300,000 German casualties by Soviet explosive artillery and minefields.
Wragi, wragi!
He's eigen. Girl, that's the door. It's fair. Verroegen.
D-Day, Normandy, June 1944. The most tilting battle in all of history.
I feel.
With the end of D-Day, German defenses are dwindling. The US and British allies take Normandy in the west, while Soviet soldiers push through the cold, their forces finally reaching Berlin from the east. 1944, a German mapping and meeting
was
room.
ein Eigen und ich ein Ich.
Ich will ein Vision Volks Elbspeisen.
Ich will, was ein Eigen und Kommunist als ein Eigen was F.
Ich will ein Uschelefant zum Solsvenfeld.
Ich will, was ein Eigen zum Moderland.
Ich will ein Fußleichen, ich Ausleichen sehr schön lassen.
Ich will, als ein Eigen ich will.
Ich will ein Uschelen.
Nein, nein, nein!
Mein Führer, will nicht Muslimi, want ich will es.
Wragi, wragi!
Heil Hitler!
Adolf, sono dell'Alto Sicilia, Normandy, abbiato.
Dummkopf! Danke, ich Ovin! Eigen echt!
Adolf Concelli Siceli Montelli la forma is mai.
Ich mit! Das Eigen ist ordentlich als ich ist!
Il mio popolo si è ribellato.
Das Wogen als ein es ist!
Ma le nostre azioni. Il mio popolo mi ucciderà.
Ich weiß, das Eigen Oskar kommt sagen ich irre!
Soviet troops advanced in the fight for Berlin.
Fucking bad. So I killed her, and then I gassed her, and then I had Hitler rape her.
Hi.
The Germans show a valiant stand, but no amount of manpower can match that of man's machine.
Tiger! Action! Execute.
Mein Führer, wir müssen ich Berlin. Aussteigen, ich steigen. Nein, we need to leave. Ich steige, nein.
Adolf, als einsam da.
Nein, Eva, ich nichts, schreiben aus F.
Adolf, als einsam da.
Ich mit's, schreiben aus F. Ich Schmitz und Ivan. Kommandant!
Mein Führer, echt tot.
Adolf Hitler committed suicide on April 30th, 1945, by gunning himself in the head in his underground Führer bunker. Hitler's wife of one day, Eva Braun, died with him by ingesting cyanide. Even after Hitler and all the Axis powers fell, Japan remained strong. Even through all of this, it would take incredibly violent measures to have Japan yield.
We dropped 2 of them.
Following the war, Germany was left in ruin. The people were divided by the once fascist regime. Neighbors and friends turned against one another, turning the nationalist ideals into a joke. What was left of the nation was cities of rubble, backed by poverty and debt.
What should we do about Germany now?
We could establish figureheads in the government for a while. Keep it stable.
No, that'll lead to another...
However, issues arose on how to deal with the leftovers and prevent another fascist regime from rising up again.
What shall we do? If an independent Germany cannot exist, then we simply will not have it.
What are you suggesting, Stalin?
I say we divide Germany into 4 parts. Each of us have our own part.
That could work, but we want to keep Germany as ideologically and ethnically similar as possible.
That is fair.
If we have a failed government, likely controlled by a host nation.
That would be fair. Are we all in agreement here? Then it is settled. We shall divide Germany into 4 parts, and I call this house for no particular reason.
The north goes to UK, the west to France, the south to the US, and the east to the USSR. Families forced apart and shoved into new economies, all at the swing of a gavel.
And it's Schmied.
Nein, Papa.
It's Christ, it's Gerst.
This visual division, originally, had begun to form a hardened, fortified border. The Western countries began to combine their territories, forming the countries of East and Western Germany. 2 nations of a single group of people. The East and West began to evolve in vastly different paths. West Germany was a capitalist society with higher wages, more education, and more opportunities to rights. East Germany began to lag behind as the Soviet Union extracted resources and barely invested in their economy.
Hello, and welcome to the special late-night edition of Compas Network News. I'm your anchor, reporting to you live from San Francisco, California, Ethan Compas. First, from Hungary. Hungary has dismantled its border fence with Austria. Now, East Germans are fleeing to the west through Czechoslovakia. With more updates, here's our news reporter live from Hungary, Elijah Compas. Elijah?
Hey Ethan, I'm reporting to you live near the Austrian-Hungarian border. Gorbachev's ascension has been quite eventful here in the 1980s. With the implementation of the Berlin Wall, the USSR has restructured its conflict. Now, East Germans have been looking for ways to escape to the West in order to find peace.
Do we expect a larger amount of protests and demonstrations in the upcoming months?
Now nearing the end of October and into early November, we are expecting a huge gathering here in East Berlin.
We have a live feed from the Berlin Wall now. I think we have that on camera. Let's go to that right now. Let's cut to that.
Eichhundert! 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 Eichhundert!
That ends our special broadcast of Kompas News Network tonight. Have a great evening.
Following the fall of the Berlin Wall, which ended the Cold War and dismantled this Iron Curtain, Germany reunified in 1990. In the 21st century, Germany is the third largest economy in nominal GDP. Considered one of the world's most LGBTQ-friendly countries, with legal same-sex marriage, a third gender option on legal documents, and general social acceptance.
That's on! Will you marry me?
Germany is the world's third largest exporter, producing high-value manufactured goods, such as cars from brands like Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz. Germany has risen to 83.6 million in terms of population, one of the largest populations in our modernized world. Germany's primary religion is Christianity.
Something just like this.
Alright,
Wait, no, that's
Ready? 3, 2.
Don't go that fast, don't go that fast. That's... I'm freaking...
Aha! Mein Dangle, mein Schmied, mein Minst, mein Automobil.
No. That'll lead.
Oh shit!
Joel, can you do it by
Okay,
yourself?
1. Action.
Do it.
I didn't say action.
It's like...
Where are we going?
Oh, that was really good.